This year's status report on hunger documents the continued and severe impact of the pandemic on low-income families in Rhode Island. Every single day at the food bank, we see the hardships faced by low-income families. Over the last 20 months, they've suffered the most in terms of illness, job loss, and financial losses. The damage done is going to take a long time to repair. We also recognize that it could have been much worse. The status report details the massive amount of federal assistance delivered to Rhode Island to counter the economic fallout from COVID-19. We list the many federal programs and benefits that help low-income families purchase food. Households enrolled in SNAP, the Supplemental Nutrition Assistance Program, saw a significant increase in benefits. So did women, infants, and children enrolled in WIC. Families with school-age children got help through a new program, Pandemic EBT, when schools were closed to in-person learning and their kids were missing out on free school breakfast and lunch. While these pandemic relief measures were extraordinarily helpful, most are only temporary. As these programs and benefits end, we're concerned that more families will be at risk. Let's go to the first slide. Thank you. The most recent study of food insecurity in Rhode Island shows that 1 in 6 households cannot meet their basic food needs. The study was conducted by Blue Cross and Blue Shield of Rhode Island and researchers at the Brown University School of Public Health between April and August 2021. They found that 18% of Rhode Island households are food insecure, which is double the rate found before COVID-19. There were even higher rates of food insecurity for Black households and Latinx households. Let's go to the next slide. 1/3 of Black households in Rhode Island and 1/3 of Latinx households reported not being able to afford adequate food, 1 in 3. We should be very alarmed by these high rates of food insecurity and persistent racial and ethnic inequities in Rhode Island. We may have hoped for a fast rebound from the devastating impact of the pandemic on our economy. But with so many households struggling to afford a basic expense like food, it seems evident that it's going to take time before economic recovery reaches everyone in Rhode Island. That's why we have to do more to protect families from hunger. The status report shows that SNAP enrollment in Rhode Island dropped during the pandemic, even though the need for food assistance was at a record level. Department of Human Services office, DHS offices, where people normally go to enroll in SNAP, have been closed. The state's call center has unconscionably long wait times for people who want to apply. Improving access to SNAP benefits should be a priority for Governor McKee. Whether that means reopening DHS offices to SNAP applications, adding staff to reduce call center waits, or setting up a network of community helpers like the navigators who help Rhode Islanders apply for Medicaid, the time to make these changes is right now. In addition to high rates of food insecurity in communities of color, the prevalence of food insecurity was really high for families with children, 1 in 4. Families with children have faced many additional hardships during the pandemic, particularly parents who had to stay home to take care of their kids. Fortunately, in a recent change initiated by the Biden administration and approved by Congress, the child tax credit was expanded so that families at the bottom of the income ladder can receive $3,000 per year per child under age 18. The expanded child tax credit has the potential to reduce child poverty, to end child hunger, and to directly address racial and ethnic inequities, since the greatest gains will be seen by Black and Latinx children. Like many other benefits and programs that were initiated during the pandemic, these improvements to the child tax credit are temporary. We call on our Rhode Island congressional delegation to make the expanded child tax credit permanent. And everyone in the audience today can help us advocate. Key action steps are listed on our website, rifoodbank.org/advocate.